Welcome back to Breakup Cheater, where real stories cut deep, and every word pulls you closer to the truth hidden behind closed doors. Tonight's story is one of betrayal, silence, and the cost of walking away. The text message was still there, glowing faintly on the cracked screen of my phone. "We need to talk. Please, just one last time." I should have deleted it. Should have tossed the phone into the drawer and gone to sleep like I had every night for the past 7 months. But something in those 8 words pulled me back. Back to her. Back to the questions I thought I had buried under layers of anger, disbelief, and forced acceptance. Her name was Claire. My wife. Or she used to be. I stared at the message as if it might vanish if I blinked long enough. My chest tightened, the same way it had the night I found the receipts. 2 glasses of wine, dinner for 2, and a hotel room booked on a Tuesday night when she was supposed to be working late. That was the night something inside me quietly broke. I didn't yell. I didn't throw her things out. I just walked away. For my own peace. But now, 7 months later, she was here. Back in my city at my door. The beginning of the unraveling. We'd been married for 9 years. Claire was the kind of woman who could walk into a room and make it feel like it had always been waiting for her. Warm smile, clever jokes, that quiet confidence that made other people lean in when she spoke. I loved her with a kind of devotion that felt steady, almost boring at times. We weren't the couple who posted grand gestures online or celebrated every tiny milestone. We just lived. Shared coffee in the mornings, slow walks in the evenings, plans about renovating the kitchen one of these summers. Until late last year when everything shifted. She started working under this new project manager, Ryan, tall, charming, the kind of man who wore his ambition like cologne. She mentioned him often in the beginning, in passing. Then she mentioned him less. That was the first red flag. I remember one night, sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her, the dinner I cooked growing cold while her text popped up. "Sorry, caught up with work." Don't wait. Work. That word became the slow knife that cut us apart. The night everything fell apart. I found out the truth not because she confessed, but because she got sloppy. A receipt slipped out of her coat pocket while I was folding laundry. The name of the hotel printed clearly on it. 2 glasses of wine, a shared dessert. I remember standing in the living room when she came home that night, holding the receipt between my fingers. "Claire," I said quietly. "Where were you on Tuesday?" She froze. Not in guilt, no, that would have been too easy. She froze in calculation. "Work, dinner," she said after a moment. "You know how these projects are." I held up the paper. Was Ryan there? Her silence answered me long before her words ever could. Walking away. There was no screaming that night. No scene. Just a long, hollow quiet. "I can explain," she whispered. "I don't think you can," I replied. She cried. I didn't. Something in me had already started packing its bags. The next week I moved out. I didn't fight her over the house. I didn't demand answers. I just wanted my peace. People said I was too calm about it, that I should have been angrier, louder. But anger fades. Betrayal lingers in the walls, in the bedsheets, in the toothbrush that isn't yours anymore. I left for my own sanity. 7 months of silence. 7 months. That's how long it had been since I'd seen her. I started rebuilding a life. Rented a small apartment. Joined a gym I rarely went to. Started talking to an old friend who made me laugh again. Not dating, not really. Just existing near someone who didn't lie to my face. Then the message came. "We need to talk. Please, just one last time." The doorstep. When I opened the door, it was like time hadn't passed at all. She stood there in the rain, hair damp, eyes wide. A small suitcase by her feet. "Hi, Michael," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Claire," I said flatly. "Can I come in?" I should have said no. Every rational part of me screamed to say no. But I stepped aside. She walked in like she remembered the space. Even though this was never her home, she still carried that aura, as if the walls leaned slightly toward her. The conversation we never had. "I made a mistake," she began, sitting on the edge of the couch. "No, that's not right." I made a series of mistakes. And I lied to the one person who didn't deserve it. I leaned against the wall, arms crossed. You're 7 months too late for apologies. Her eyes flicked up to mine. There was something there, fear maybe or desperation. I know. I thought I wanted something different. Ryan was exciting. He made me feel noticed, alive, like I was 25 again. But he wasn't you. That's supposed to make me feel better. Yes. She flinched. No, she said quietly. I don't expect you to take me back. I needed to tell you that it ended. That I ended it. And that I've been carrying the weight of what I did every single day since. Suspicion and truth. Something about her timing gnawed at me. Why now? Yes. Why after all this time? Her fingers tightened around the hem of her coat. Because I thought I could move on. I thought I could build something out of the ashes I made. But everything feels wrong. I can't sleep. I can't eat without feeling sick. I don't even recognize myself anymore. Did he leave you? Press. Her silence again. That same silence that told me everything the first time. Yes, she whispered. He did. The weight of betrayal. I laughed. Quiet, bitter. So now you remember what you had, because the thing you threw it away for doesn't want you anymore? Tears welled in her eyes, but I didn't soften. Not yet. Do you have any idea what it felt like, Claire? To walk into an empty apartment every night. To wonder what was wrong with me that you needed someone else to feel alive. I never stopped loving you, she said. That's the worst part, I shot back. You loved me while you betrayed me. Door half open. The rain was still falling outside, pattering softly against the window. She looked so small then. This woman I once thought was unshakable. I don't want to rewrite the past, she whispered. I just wanted you to know the truth. I wanted you to see that I'm trying to be better, even if it's too late. And here's the thing no one tells you about betrayal. It doesn't just destroy trust in them. It destroys trust in yourself. Because I had chosen her. I had believed in her. And now, standing there with her suitcase by the door, I didn't know if I was more afraid of letting her in, or letting her go again. I don't hate you, Claire, I said finally. I wish I did. It would make this easier. She nodded slowly, tears slipping down her cheeks. I'm not asking for a second chance, she said. Just a chance to make amends. I picked up her suitcase and set it outside the door. Start by making amends with yourself, I said. Because the man you betrayed, he's gone. And I don't know if the one standing here wants to know you anymore. Her lips parted as if to speak, but no words came. And then quietly she turned and walked away. Into the rain, into the night, into the life she chose over ours. I stood there for a long time after the door closed, the faint scent of her perfume still lingering in the air. Peace isn't always quiet. Sometimes it's loud, like a door clicking shut on a chapter you once thought would never end. And as I sat down in the silence, phone still buzzing with unanswered messages, I realized something. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. Sometimes it's just the moment you stop bleeding from the wound. If this story shook you, subscribe to Breakup Cheater for more raw tales of love, loss, and the haunting echoes of choices we can't take back. Until next time. Stay awake, stay aware.